right, welcome back. We are now on part 2.
And if you have running into troubles, come to the help session. So a book had a 14% tax on it, and the sales clerk charged you after taxes, 35.33. Okay, so now we're going to be working backwards a little bit. So what was the price before taxes? So if we think about like moving in the reverse, we have to think about these things. What is the price after taxes, right? And the price after taxes was 35.33, right? Okay, so after taxes, this is the price. I'm going to highlight that. After the taxes, this is the price. The book had 14% taxes on it. This is what's important. Nothing else there is important. Everything else there is just fluff that you don't need, right? So the price after taxes is what percent of the price before taxes. So it is 114% of the price after taxes, right? So that would be 14% before the taxes are put on, right? So, so the money that you're paying now, what can I do? Well, I'm going to go backwards. So I'm going to start with 35.33 over x. Now there's multiple ways you have learned to solve these problems. So you get to choose how you want to solve these problems. So I'm going to show you one last method that you can use that we've already learned how to use is cross multiplication here. Okay, so if I cross multiplied, you can still use any of the other methods that you want, but I'm going to cross multiply here, right? And that's going to give this is equal to 3533, right? So that means that this needs to equal 3533. So it means this is equal to 114x. Okay, so I'm just going to divide this side by 114. And that's going to give me the cost, which is 30. And then because I'm talking about money here, money always gets rounded to 2 decimal places. So it's $30.99. Okay, could I have done this a different way? Absolutely. I could have gone 114. Okay, so I could have gone 533 multiplied by 100 divided by 14, which is exactly what I did anyway. So the cross multiplication also helps speed up that process. And in some provinces, people pay both a provincial sales tax and which is the PSD, and a federal sales tax, which is GST, when they make certain purchases. So I'm going to have you just assume, because we live in a province, the only province actually in all of Canada that doesn't have this provincial sales tax. So we're going to pretend here. And we're going to pay 6% of the price and 7% as well. So that's the PST and the GST. When you buy a computer monitor that costs you $100, so this is an example, you're going to pay 6% and 7%, which would be $113. So what percent of your original price are you paying in taxes? So you're paying 13%, right, in taxes. All right, so how would I figure out, and that was kind of like a trick question, just making sure you're paying attention. So now, what if I bought something that was $60 and I'm paying both the 7% and the 6% sales tax? How would I figure that out? So I do want you to pause. I do want you to figure this out, and I do want you to check your answer with me before you go off and do your work, making sure you understand. If you don't get this right, you need to come to the help session. So I have $60, right? And I'm going to multiply that by the 6% sales tax. And that will show me how much 6 times 0.06, right? That's going to give me $3 the federal tax, this is $3.60, right? And then I'm going to go 60 times 0.07, and that's going to give me 60 times 4.20, right? And then the total. So what I could do is I could go 60 plus this, or I could go 60 times and add those two together. I could go decimal. That is 13, and that is going to equal 60 times 1.13 is $67.80. And if I were to add these up together, that's $7.80. So it works out, right? And I can double check my work. There you go. Okay, so you will have problems similar to this. Some people struggle with the word problems, so please make sure you're drawing your questions out if you don't understand and coming to the help sessions to